Welcome to the Cozy Club, my friends. My name is Cozy Gamer, and Tower of Endurance is an important mode within DSA, especially when you get started off. With the nerfs coming to spells, Golden Hammer, Peach Shadow, some of these other spells are a lot more viable, and so I want you guys to be able to finish Tower 3 as quickly as possible. And I'm going to give you today the top 10 characters to use in the Tower of Endurance game mode and the top 5 spells. So Tower 3, 4, and 5 are all going to require different factions, right? So Tower 3 is going to be Oceanic characters, Tower 4 is going to be Wilds, and Tower 5 is going to be Kingdoms, and you're going to need some mythical characters. So make sure that you're paying attention to those and throwing them when you're following my farming guide, which you can find up here if you haven't seen it. But make sure you throw in those factions into your farming so that you can get at least Tower 3 done and start farming up Golden Hammer. So due to the nerf to spells, there's not much reason to beat Tower 5 other than A, the accomplishment, and B, getting as much exchange tokens as possible, thus getting you more spells. So I plan on doing an updated tower guide to Tower 3, 4, and 5, maybe individual videos for each. Let me know down in the comments below if that's something you would like to see. I know I've gotten a lot of feedback to get a Tower 5 updated video out to you guys, and I am working on it. If you guys want to see me do Tower 5 live, I'm going to be doing it this next coming up Tuesday on my Twitch. Go ahead and see the description below and shoot me a follow so you're notified when I go live. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the top 10 characters for the Towers of Endurance. Starting off with number 10, and that's going to be Davey Jones. And I know a lot of you guys don't have access to Davey Jones. Currently, the only place to get him is going to be Winning and Club Conquest, or you can snag him for the VIP exchange once a week, which is going to take some time. Davey Jones is an awesome character for Tower, and let me tell you why. Anytime an enemy or an ally dies, he's going to have a 50% chance to have one of his Dutchmen come up. And guys, you're going to see on this list, people with summonable units is going to be very high up on this list, mainly because first, it lowers the RNG of the enemies attacking a character that you need to survive throughout the tower floors. And then B, it's also going to just be more damage stacking up with Bucket of Soldiers on basics and things like that. Other than his Dutchman minions, he has a great silence, big, strong attack there. He's got the black spot for even more damage. And then the good news is, if for some reason you have Davey Jones die, he's going to have his dead man's chest, and thankfully, luckily, maybe it'll survive throughout the waves and you can get him back again. On top of this, he's going to be an Oceanic character, which you guys know you need for both Tower 3 and Tower 5. Ariel is going to be just short of the top 10. She's also a very good character to get, so I recommend getting her as well. Let's go ahead and move on to number 9. Coming in at number 9 is also going to be another Pirates of the Caribbean character, and that's going to be Captain Jack Sparrow. And guys, Captain Jack Sparrow, he'd be probably a top 3 in Tower once you starting out in the game. He's going to be very easily to access. He's a great Oceanic character. Let's start off and look at his kit. He's got a good basic, he's got solid speed and great offense. He has a charm, which is going to help control the enemies, and a great AoE. He can self-heal, and he can also give himself buffs, making Captain Jack Sparrow a very solid choice, and he's going to come in number 9. Moving on to number 8, it's going to be the villainous lion himself, and that's going to be Scar, guys. And Scar is a great option in Tower, and he could be higher on this list, arguably, because first of all, he pairs perfectly with Wild Imagination. Wild Imagination is going to get the continuous damage out there. Hades is going to get continuous damage out there. And Scar, he's great. First, his stealth is going to go ahead and get hyenas out on the field. So you're going to be able to stealth and keep Scar hidden. And then on top of that, anytime you fight someone with continuous damage or attack someone with continuous damage, his hyenas are going to assist. And this starts really stacking up. Scar is the MVP for both Tower 4 and Tower 5. I know people that use him all the way up to finish Tower 5, and it's their strategy. So guys, if you invested in Scar, this is not a bad choice. Number 7 is the newly buffed Jasmine. And let's be honest, it's really not Jasmine that we're putting at number 7. It's kind of Raja here. And really why I love this is Raja is going to do some insane amount of tanking. He has 13,312 health at maxed out levels. He does 2,310 damage per hit, and he's got 425 offense. So he's a solid pick overall. You're going to be using your Kingdom team in Tower 5 either way, so surrounding him with some Aladdin characters, and Jasmine's going to be doing even more with Aladdin on her side and Genie with the saves. So that being said, guys, you're going to be using these characters with the teammates that they deserve to be with, right? So just because Jasmine's on here doesn't mean Aladdin and Genie aren't good characters to use, but Jasmine with Raja just has that little bit of extra oomph to put her up at number 7. All right, now coming in at number 6 is going to be Emperor Zerg. And let me tell you the important and strategic reason why he is here. No, it's just because of his offense, guys. He puts out the damage. You know this already. His Zerg vision is going to go ahead and delete a character to start his turn. And then after that, he has Rapid Ion Blaster, which is for sure going to get rid of another character, possibly a third character. Guys, it's pretty simple with Emperor Zerg. It takes a while to get him, but once you have him, he's going to be useful in just about anything, including tower. I know myself, I use Zerg, and he really saved me and got me through some of the harder floor guys, so I was appreciative and had to put him on the list. Now, number 5, I know you guys expected to maybe see him a bit higher, but that is going to be Hades. Hades is number 5 on this list, but he's probably number 1 when it comes to making sure you farm him for Tower 5. The other mythicals are good, and you're going to want to go ahead and get at least 3 of them, as you'll probably lose one on the journey up to the top of Tower 5. But guys, Hades can't be replaced. First of all, he's got 2 AoEs that are both going to do great damage. Remember, each time you go through a floor, you get the abilities reset, which is only going to help out even more. He puts continuous damage out on the field, and then if he does get low health, he's going to do more and more damage. He's a solid choice, a no-brainer. Go ahead and farm Hades. He's going to be very, very useful in tower. Now, as of today, he's farmable on a campaign node, which makes it even more apparent why you should go and grab yourself at least a 5-star Hades. All right, now moving on to number 4, it's going to be Kristoff. And well, Sven a little bit, you're going to use them together, but mainly Kristoff. So Kristoff and Sven, and let's not forget the third and most important member, and that is the trolls. Guys, the trolls are awesome. They can heal. They're going to do a little rolling attack, which doesn't matter because with Bucket of Soldiers, you're going to be getting that basic damage out even more, and they can soak up as much damage as other characters. You can put a lot of them on the field and really lower that RNG to beat the floor that you're on. Now, outside the trolls, he's going to be able to give buffs to other characters. He has a 2-turn taunt. He can call Sven to assist, guys. Kristoff is a solid character for tower and easily a top 4. All right, now moving on to the top 3. It's going to be Sally at number 3, guys. And let me tell you, Sally is so underrated in all game modes, but especially tower. She's the queen of tower. She's the queen of debuffs, and she alone, even at low star count and low gear, is going to increase your chance of beating tower by a mile. She has blind, she has sleep, she has slow, she has low cooldowns. She can give herself undefeatable. She can do continuous damage. There's nothing not to like about Sally, and her kit was almost designed to make tower easier. All right, now moving on to number 2, it's not going to surprise a lot of you guys, but it's going to be Dash. Now, Dash isn't going to surprise you guys in this slot, and not only is he one of the MVPs for tower, he's just one of the MVPs for this entire game. He's going to be able to tank a lot of the hits with his charge count, and then if he's going to use his charge count, he's going to be able to kill multiple characters. I can't tell you how important it is for characters to take hits and do damage. You need multi-purpose characters within tower, and that's why Dash is ranked so high on this list. He does many things perfectly. I was able to beat some of the harder levels in the Tower 5 because mainly when going to the next phase, I had all my charges stacked up. I did the dash and I wiped out 4 or 5 of those tough fairy folk. Guys, Dash is amazing. He's going to get you through tower a lot easier, and that's why he's one of the best characters in the game, both amazing in PvP and PvE. Okay, let's move on to the top character within Towers of Endurance. And guys, is it a shock? Probably not. It's going to be the Doctor. All right, let's just break down the Doctor's kit so you guys can understand why he is simply, easily the best character in Towers of Endurance. First of all, starting out with his basic, yes, it's a little RNG, but he's going to be able to put out Charm on the field. So you already have the best debuff to help you out in tower. Number 2, he's going to have Polymorph. You can shut down Hades. You can shut down the Horde King. Some of the harder enemies within tower, he's going to help you and shut those characters down. Number 3, he's going to have a forced taunt. So let's say you have Bucket of Soldiers out on the field. You can force taunt with the Doctor and then have the enemies attack the bucket. And lastly, and most importantly, his passive. Every single time a character dies, the Doctor is going to heal your team up, guys. And so many characters die within tower. Put Peter Pan's Shadow on him like we've talked about in previous videos, and you're going to be able to heal up your team from half health all the way up to full going into the next phase. I can't tell you how important and vital that the Doctor is going to be in your successful run of beating Tower 5. His heals, his kit, everything about him feels like it was made for Towers of Endurance. All right, guys, now here's the top 10 characters one more time, 1 through 10. Looking at them all, you notice there are a lot of them with summonable units. To mention some honorable mentions at the end here, I would say Genie, Big Bad Wolf, and some others are going to be good units. If you don't have these guys, Genie's great because he can help heal or save one of your characters at the end. But keep in mind, once you have that character saved, they're only going to the next battle with a little bit of health. Elsa would also be a great option here. However, her passive does state she has to have full health to be able to get glacial armor. I was hoping maybe there was a workaround where you could go ahead and get Elsa to keep on putting up glacial armor. That would be pretty awesome. But those are the honorable mentions. Let's move on to the top 5 spells in Towers of Endurance. Starting out with number 5, and that's going to be the number 1 spell in the game currently, and that is Wild Imagination. Now, Wild Imagination is great because it can put heal block and continuous damage on the team. Also, we've talked about it with Scar. It's going to help out a ton with Hades and Scar. They're going to be doing a lot of damage together. Getting more continuous damage out on the field is a great thing. And of course, getting heal block on the field is even better. Number 4 is going to be the Claw, guys. And we've talked about it on the channel before. The Claw is incredible. What it's going to do for Tower is the Fairy Folk. They have a built-in evasion around them. We've talked about this. They're hard to hit. If you debuff them, they throw up an evasion, making it even harder to kill these hard-hitting little fairies. But the thing is, Claw is going to remove that evasion, and it's going to do a big attack on the field. It's going to be one of the fastest charging spells in the game, and over can you punish the enemies in the Tower of Endurance with this great Toy Story spell. Now, number 2 and 3 could be a toss-up for either one. Both are great spells, but I'm going to have to say number 3 is going to be Peach Shadow, and Peach Shadow is stinking incredible for Towers of Endurance. You can put it on Genie, you can put it on Dr. Facilier, you can put it on anyone, and first, it's going to make a new summonable unit that the AI is going to have to concentrate and maybe take out. But second, if you do it with Dr. Facilier, currently it is copying passives. So you're going to go ahead and heal double, or you're going to go ahead and do more Genies doing more damage. It's going to do so much for your team, and you can't go wrong with it. Coming in at number 2, wow, these Toy Story spells are killer, and it doesn't stop here, guys. Number 2 is going to be Bucket of Soldiers, guys. I can't hype this spell up enough for Towers of Endurance, guys. First of all, you're going to have summonable units be calling up these toy soldiers to assist. Besides that, all of your regular characters are going to call them to assist. You can get up to 3 soldiers helping out. And really, guys, sometimes it's about just getting enough damage out there, and these soldiers are going to really amp up those numbers, and you can get rid of evasion. I can't talk enough about how much they've saved me through this. Next time Toy Story event comes by, guys, you can feel good at buying any of these spells or getting any of these spells. It's going to be a great purchase, as for sure, at least in this game mode, they're all worth it. And outside of this game mode, they're all worth it. And the last number 1 spell in this game for Towers of Endurance is going to be Golden Hammer. Guys, you're going to get Golden Hammer by beating Tower 3. I didn't want to spoil it earlier, but my gosh, this is it. Okay, first off, you're going to go ahead and heal your character. Second, if a character's not dead, you're going to put undefeatable on a character. I can tell you that my Hades was about to go down in the final floor. It was over. I had no shot, but undefeatable saved his life. And lastly, if a character does die, you can go ahead and revive them with Golden Hammer, letting you use them on later floors. There's no reason not to have Golden Hammer in your inventory when going up in the Towers of Endurance, guys. All of these spells are great. I would use Golden Hammer along with any of the other 4s. I hope you guys enjoyed this top 5 and top 10 character list for the Towers of Endurance, guys. Hopefully you have a better shot at getting this tower done. If you need extra help, make sure you go ahead and jump into the Discord. We have a Tower Talk page that you guys can ask for advice. I know a lot of people love to help out there, and Tower is more the strategic and tougher game mode within this game currently, especially for newer players, guys. If you want an easier time beating Towers of Endurance, farm these 10 characters, get these 5 spells, you won't regret it. And just as a side note, we have the Toy Story 3 characters coming soon. We're going to be getting a full Toy Story team in-depth guide along with these new characters coming out. If you don't want to miss that, go ahead, subscribe to the channel below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I will see you guys next time at the Cozy Club. Now enjoy these amazing other videos.